we all use our 5 basic senses every day. Seeing, hearing, smelling, touching, and tasting, right? But guess what? There's more to it. Some people have these extra cool senses known as the clairs. Think about this. You can see vivid images in your mind, hear sounds that others don't, deeply feel emotions, or have moments where you instantly know something. It's almost like having hidden superpowers that let you experience the world in an extraordinary way. If you've ever wondered whether you might have one of these special senses, stay tuned. We're going to discuss what it means to be a clair and how it can change the way you understand everything around you. Clairvoyance, clear seeing. First up, let's talk about clairvoyance, often referred to as clear seeing. Clairvoyance is when some people can see pictures or images in their mind. It's not about seeing with your eyes, but more like watching a little movie inside your head. These images can give hints or clues about things, helping you understand stuff you can't see in the real world. For example, a clairvoyant person might suddenly see a picture of a lock and key in their mind when thinking about a problem. This image could mean that there's a solution to the problem that they haven't found yet. Or they might see an image of an animal like a lion, which could remind them to be brave or firm in a situation they face. Though clairvoyance is not about guessing the future, it's more about understanding things in a more profound way. It can happen out of the blue, or can be improved with practice, like through meditation or paying close attention to your thoughts and feelings. People have been interested in clairvoyance for a long time, and it has been part of many cultures and spiritual beliefs. Today, people are still curious about it, and it's often talked about in books, movies, and shows about psychic powers. In everyday life, clairvoyance can show up in small but important ways. Maybe you get a quick picture in your mind that helps you make a decision, or you have a vision that comforts you or gives you advice. For those who experience it, clairvoyance is like having an extra way to understand the world around them and make sense of things that are hard to explain. Clairsentience, clear feeling. Now we will discuss clairsentience. Clairsentience, or clear feeling, is a kind of intuition where people can really feel emotions or physical feelings in a strong way, and these feelings give them special insights. It's like having an extra sensitive way of sensing what's going on around you, or even inside other people. Imagine walking into a room and immediately being able to feel if people are happy, sad, or worried, without anyone saying a word. This is what it's like for someone with clairsentience. They might feel a sudden happiness or sadness that comes out of nowhere, and this feeling tells them something about a person or a situation. Clairsentience isn't about emotions. Sometimes it can also be about physical feelings. A person with clairsentience might suddenly feel a headache or a pain in their arm, and this feeling might be connected to someone else who is feeling that pain. People with clairsentience are often very empathetic. They are good at understanding how others feel because they can literally feel it themselves. This can be really helpful in knowing how to help others or understanding what they're going through. Like clairvoyance, clairsentience can be a natural ability, or it can be something that gets stronger with practice. Paying attention to your feelings, meditating, and being mindful can help improve clairsentience. In everyday life, clairsentience can be useful in many ways. It can help you make decisions based on how confident choices feel, or it can give you a heads up about a person or a situation if something doesn't feel right. For people who experience clairsentience, it's like having an inner guide that helps them navigate through life using their feelings as clues. Clare Audience, Clare hearing. Next up, let's talk about Clare Audience. Clare Audience is when you can hear things in a special way, not with your ears, but in your mind. It's like having an inner radio that sometimes picks up words, sounds, music, or even voices. These aren't real sounds from the world around you, but more like messages or advice that pop into your head. Suppose you were thinking about something and suddenly hearing a helpful phrase in your mind, but no one is actually talking to you. That's clairaudience, hearing things on a different frequency that others can't. With clairaudience, sometimes it's really clear, like hearing your name called out when no one else is around. Other times, it's quieter, maybe a soft sound or a bit of music that seems to mean something important or give you a hint about what to do. For those who experience clairaudience, these sounds or voices in their head can be super helpful. They might help you decide something, give you a heads up about a problem, or simply make you feel better. It's kind of like having a friend inside your mind who gives you advice and support. To get better at Clare Audience, it's all about tuning in to your inner voice. Try things like meditating or having some quiet time to think. This can make those inner voices or sounds more clear and easier to get. Clare Audience can be super helpful in everyday stuff. Like, if you're stuck making a choice, you might hear the right answer in your head. Or, if you're going through a tough time, you could hear something encouraging that cheers you up. For people who experience Clare Audience, it's like they have a special way of listening to their own inner advice and guidance, helping them see the world in a unique way. Claircognizance, clear knowing. Moving on to claircognizance, or clear knowing. Claircognizance is when you know stuff without even knowing how you know it. It's like your brain suddenly gives you a piece of information or a solution and you're like, where did that come from? You don't need to dig up facts or reasons, you have the answer. Like, say you're puzzling over something and then bam, you know what to do. Or you meet someone new and instantly get a vibe or a fact about them that turns out to be true. That's claircognizance, your mind picking up on things in its own mysterious way. People with claircognizance get these sudden aha moments where they understand stuff out of the blue. It could be little day-to-day things or big, life-changing ideas. They might get a flash of inspiration for a project or suddenly see the big picture in a tricky situation. This intuition is super useful. It's great for making quick decisions, getting what's going on with people or things around them, and finding clever ways to solve problems. It's like a light bulb suddenly turning on in their head, making everything clear and easy to get. To get even better at claircognizance, it's all about trusting your gut feelings and really noticing when you suddenly get something. Keeping a journal, meditating, or simply spending some quiet time thinking can really boost this skill. In daily life, claircognizance is super helpful. It can guide you in meetings, while you're chatting with friends, or doing your regular stuff. Those moments when you know something can really help make things go smoother and give you a deeper understanding of what's happening around you. For those who have claircognizance, it's like having a personal inner guide that lights up with insights and understanding, helping them through life in ways that are more about intuition than plain thinking. The unusual clairs. There are also some pretty unique types of intuition out there, like Clare Audience and Clearcognizance. They're all about smelling and tasting things that aren't actually there. Clare Audience is like having a superhero-level nose. Imagine chilling in your room and suddenly you smell your grandma's perfume, but grandma's not even there. Or you catch the scent of freshly baked cookies, yet there's not a cookie in sight. These smells can bring back memories or even give you a little nudge about something important. Clearcognizance is like Clare Audience, but with tastes instead of smells. Think about suddenly tasting your favorite candy or a piece of pizza, but you're not eating anything. It's as if your taste buds are picking up flavors out of thin air. This unexpected taste can take you back to a memory, remind you of someone, or maybe give you a hint about something you're thinking about. People with Clare Audience have this cool ability to remember things better because smells are really tied to our memories and feelings. If you have Clearcognizance, certain tastes can bring back memories or help you understand things in a way that's hard to put into words. Want to get better at these? Start by paying more attention to any unexpected smells or tastes you experience, even if they seem to come out of nowhere. Jotting down what you smell and taste, and what you think it means, can also be a big help in understanding these unique senses. In your day-to-day life, having these kinds of intuition, like smelling and tasting things that aren't there, can really spice things up. It's kind of comforting when you suddenly smell something that makes you think of someone you care about. Or these unexpected smells and tastes can quietly help you figure stuff out. For those who experience these senses, every day is a bit more colorful with all these extra smells and tastes. They link you to memories, stir up feelings, and sometimes even drop little hints that can be super helpful. So that is all for today. Have you ever experienced any of these amazing abilities in your own life? Feel free to comment. Also, if you found this video insightful and enjoyed our journey through these intuitive gifts, please give it a thumbs up.